Going on, guys? All right. So, I was having a discussion with one of my friends today, and he has recently gotten tested for low testosterone, and unfortunately for him, it came back around 450. A little bit on the lower side, certainly not below the bottom threshold, which I believe is around 360, but certainly, he's 28 years old, shouldn't be that low. Okay, so clearly he's suffering from an issue. And the first question I asked him was, you like that picture in the background, by the way? Yeah, get you one of those. What did the doctor test you for? Okay, and to my not surprise, the doctor had tested him only for testosterone. Keep in mind, this is a doctor from a testosterone clinic. You'd think these guys would know what they're doing. And unfortunately for him, they didn't test one of the most important things that may be causing his low testosterone. And this is his estrogen levels. So his estrogen levels could be throwing his HPTA off of balance. Okay, this could be the number one cause as to what's causing his low estrogen. It also could be an issue of his cortisol levels. It could be an issue of his sex hormone binding globulin holding his free testosterone low. And one thing that they had said to him was like, listen, okay, we're going to take another test, all right? You're a little bit on the low side, but we're going to test your free testosterone. And if it's above the bottom threshold of where free T should be, we will not treat you. And my first response to that was, well, that's just absurd. That's silly, okay? Because clearly he's symptomatic. So what do numbers mean on paper if you're experiencing the symptoms of low testosterone, which could be fatigue, depression, loss of muscularity? I mean, the list goes on. You guys know what it is. So instead of worrying about his symptoms, he's worried about these numbers, right? The numbers tell a story, right? But these ranges that they provide are so broad that simply choosing not to treat somebody because they're slightly above the bottom threshold of free T is absurd. Either way, he needs to be treated. So one thing that I asked him to do, I said, bro, send me over your blood work and I'll tell you exactly what's wrong with you. He's going to go back. He's going to get his estrogen checked. He's going to get his prolactin checked. He's going to get his DHT checked. He's going to get his testosterone and his free testosterone, his luteinizing hormone and his follicle stimulating hormone. And based on that blood work, I'll be able to tell exactly what's wrong with him and exactly what treatment is necessary. And maybe his testosterone might be recoverable depending on what those numbers look like. So I want to make a proposition to you guys, my followers, and anybody who might be clicking onto this channel. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not an expert, okay? I'm simply an individual that has experience in this realm and knows what he's talking about, somewhat, right? I know some of you guys have come on and commented, said, oh, yeah, you forgot about sodium levels and potassium levels and ratios. And listen, my knowledge goes based off of my experience, right? And testosterone replacement therapy, unless you have a deficiency in some type of vitamin or mineral that I'm unaware of, then it's all relatively based off of these main foundational hormones that I've discussed in other videos. So the proposition I'm going to make to you is, if you are willing, go to your doctor, okay, get a copy of your blood tests that have your testosterone levels on it and whatever levels may be on there, and send them to me. If you're comfortable doing this, I would love the opportunity to take a look at your hormone levels and tell you what exactly was going on to cause your low testosterone. Now, certain questions I'm not going to be able to answer. If your testosterone's low because of a pituitary disorder or a pituitary damage, right? You should have a diagnosis: secondary hypogonadism or primary hypogonadism. Two very big differences. If you feel like you're in the dark on what's wrong with you or what may have caused your hormone imbalances, I would love the opportunity to take a look. Maybe I can help you figure it out. If not, I won't. I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know something that I don't. But there are certain indicators that are indisputable that I might be able to point out to you. I'm not going to diagnose you, I can't do that. But I might be able to point you in the right direction as to what happened to you and why your testosterone levels are low. So take me up on it. Send me your blood work. I'd love to take a look at it and help you guys. Otherwise, don't worry about it. But I'm always here. More videos to come soon. See ya.